Hello students. So in this video we are going to see Bragg's equation, state Bragg's law or write Bragg's equation. So William Henry Bragg and William Lawrence Bragg, that is father and his son, W.H. Bragg, that is W.L. Bragg, both are scientists. They work in the field of crystallization, that is they use the X-rays for the determination of crystal structure. So for that contribution they awarded the Nobel Prize. So now we are going to see what is Bragg's equation. X-ray diffraction analysis. We know the importance of X-rays. X-ray is only the high penetrating power, and also it is used to determine the structure and each and every part, inner part of the body. So here the X-ray is used to study the determination of crystal structure. So it is the most powerful tool for the determination of internal structure of a crystal. Now the law, the interplanar distance, that means when X-ray is passed through the crystal structure, that is cubes, it having different planes. So the space between two planes, we call it as the interplanar distance. The interplanar distance d between two successive planes of atoms can be calculated using the following equation, that is n lambda equal to 2d sin theta. This equation is called as Bragg's equation, or we can say 2d sin theta equal to n lambda. Here n, which represents the order of reflection, whether the reflection takes place in the first plane or second plane, or the order equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. So where n represents the order of reflection, where lambda represents the wavelength of X-rays, that is which is used for diffraction, and theta is the angle of diffraction, and d we have to determine, that is the interplanar distance between the two successive planes, n lambda equal to 2d sin theta. When we are calculating d, if we know the values of theta, lambda and n value, now we get the equation d equal to n lambda divided by 2 sin theta. So using these values, the edge of the unit cell can also be calculated. So this is called as Bragg's law and Bragg's equation. So Bragg's law means the interplanar distance between two successive planes of atoms, they can be calculated using the following equation from the X-ray diffraction data, n lambda equal to 2d sin theta. So we have to express each and every letters, that is n, what is lambda, what is theta and what is d. So using these relations and also using the values of theta, n value and lambda value, we can easily determine the interplanar distance between the successive planes. The next topic is calculation of density of a cubic unit cell. So how will you calculate the density of a density rho? Its symbol is rho. Density of a crystal. What is the formula? Now we are going to derive in 3 steps. So before that, we know that what is the formula for density. That is simply we know density is equal to mass by volume. Now we have to add the word unit cell. So density of the unit cell rho, which is equal to mass of the unit cell divided by volume of the unit cell. Consider this equation as first equation. So we know density is equal to mass by volume. Next, mass of the unit cell, we have to take the numerator alone. Mass of the unit cell is equal to total number of atom into mass of one atom. We have to multiply both the values. Product is the mass of the unit cell is the product of the total number. That means in one unit cell, how many number of atom is present. Maybe a unit cell may be a simple cubic or body centered or face centered. So how many number of atoms belonging to that unit cell. For example, body centered means only 4 atoms. Then face centered 4 atoms. So like body centered 2 atoms and face centered 4 atoms. Already we saw in the last video total number of atoms per unit cell. So here also mass of the unit cell equal to total number of atoms belonging to that unit cell and multiplied with the mass of one atom. Next, we have to calculate mass of one atom. So in 10th itself we studied mass of one atom is equal to molar mass divided by Avogadro number. Molar mass symbol is capital M. Avogadro number symbol is Na. That is Avogadro number. Now this M equal to capital M divided by Na. Substitute this equation into second equation. So now we get, therefore mass of the unit cell is equal to total number of atom, no, that is small n, into, instead of mass of one atom we have to put the symbol capital M divided by Na. So this is the numerator value considered as the fourth equation. So now we are getting mass of the unit cell. Next, for density we need only volume. So it is a cubic unit cell. So for cube we know already all the edge length are equal, that is sides A equal to B equal to C. So the volume of the unit cell is equal to A cube. So divide that mass of the unit cell divided by volume. Now the equation becomes density of the unit cell rho equal to n small n capital M small n, which represents number of atoms. Capital M represents mass of the, that is molar mass of the atom. Then Na represents Avogadro number. Then A cube, which represents volume, that is A cube. Now density of the unit cell equal to Nm by A cube into Na. So this final equation only we have the four variables, that is rho, n, m and a. If any three variables are known means the fourth one can easily be calculated. So by using this formula we can calculate the number of atoms or molar mass of the atom or volume of the unit cell or density. So among the four variables, any three variables if you know means the fourth one we can easily calculate it. So by this way only we are going to calculate the density of a cube